welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be a weekend in my life. If you guys watched last week's video, I was talking about how I really wanted to do a better job of bringing you guys along for the day-to-day routine, just kind of showing you more everyday life. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity. Our weekends usually look about the same, just the typical errands and things. Sometimes we'll do a little bit of exploring and check out some new local places in the area. But as for this weekend, I think we don't have a ton going on, so it was a good time to kind of bring out the camera and show you a typical end to the work week, grocery shopping, and all the things. So today is Friday and I'm working today, but as an office, we're only working a half day, which is really fun. So I'll be finished up with this around noon and then we will get on with the rest of our day. Definitely subscribe to stick around if you haven't already, and I'm excited to get this weekend started. Like 3:15. I finished up with work for the day, had lunch, and then as you guys saw, I picked up a package that I ordered from the mailbox. I got a giant box of Element electrolytes, which I am so excited about. So we both took a watermelon Element down to the pool and we just sat out for a little bit. Definitely got a little toasty, but I think I'm going to shower and get cleaned off because it was hot out there. It was like 85 degrees. So then I think we're just gonna chill, and then I'm gonna start dinner. We're gonna keep it really simple and do pasta tonight, and I'm gonna make my homemade Alfredo sauce, which I am so excited about. I haven't made it in a while, but it is so good and so easy. So I will bring you guys along for the process. If you are not currently making your own pasta sauces, do not be intimidated. A lot of them are actually really easy, and I promise you, once you get the hang of it, you will not go back to a store-bought sauce. So it'll be a fun night. Time to make our homemade Alfredo sauce. In all honesty, I never use exact measurements. I usually just eyeball it, but you're gonna start out by melting some butter in your pan and adding some minced garlic, as much or as little as you'd like. Cook that down and then sprinkle in some all-purpose flour to thicken it up a little. Once you've combined all of that, you're gonna add the base of your sauce, which is usually heavy cream, but I prefer half and half because it's a little bit lighter. So use whichever one you'd prefer. Then you can season it however you'd like. I usually go with salt, pepper, and parsley and leave that on the stove to simmer and thicken. While I'm waiting for that, I'll grate some fresh Parmesan cheese and add that to the pot, stir it all together, and you are all set. Guys, happy Saturday. We are off to drop off both of our cars for oil changes this morning, and then we're gonna walk next door to the Starbucks and just hang out for a little while we wait for them to finish up. So I brought my laptop. I'm gonna work on some editing and probably work a little bit on our grocery list as well, because we have to do food shopping at some point this weekend. But yeah, that's the deal for this morning, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Long time no see. So it turns out they had to reschedule our appointments because they were overbooked. So we still went into Starbucks and got our coffees. I got a breakfast sandwich, and we're gonna head home, and I'm just gonna do my editing work and stuff that I had planned to do at Starbucks at home, and then we'll see what else we get up to. I definitely want to clean our apartment today. script for a little bit, just adding all of the links to the description box for the video that's going up tomorrow, which by the time you guys are watching this video, it will be last week's video, which is our apartment tour. So if you haven't seen that, it'll be linked up at the cards here. But I figured I would take some time to show you guys our grocery shopping meal planning process for two. I feel like we have it down to a pretty good system. Whenever we go grocery shopping, we really like to stick to our list and make sure that we're only buying the things that we absolutely need for the week. So there are a few staples that we'll always have, like we're always gonna have eggs, stuff to make sandwiches, fruit, yogurt, stuff to make salad. But when it comes to our dinners and like our main meals for the week, we really try to have a good solid plan. So one of the things that we have implemented is this whiteboard that we keep on the side of our fridge where we'll plan out all of our dinners for the week. This is a really great hack because not only does it save you time, but it saves you a lot of extra thought and planning throughout the week. So before we go to the store, we will decide what we're gonna have for dinner each night of the week. We'll fill it out on here, and then I'll go through and see if I have the ingredients already, if we need to buy anything for it, and that's how we'll tend to build our list. I think this works out really well for multiple reasons. One being that we're not just aimlessly wandering through the grocery store, buying things that we don't need and then having them go bad in the fridge because we don't know what to do with them. But throughout the busy work week when you're tired, the last thing you want to do is try to figure out what you're going to have for dinner. So having it all laid out like this is so helpful. Another tip I have with this is to try to find at least 1 or 2 meals that you can cook once and eat twice. So either something that you can double and have the leftovers for lunch the next day or dinner the next night, or if you can find some recipes with some overlapping ingredients so you don't have to worry about buying an extra meal's worth of food. So little things like that where you can, I think, has been a time saver, a money saver, and overall just makes things really easy when you're cooking for two. So what I'm gonna do now is take some time to go through our fridge, our pantry, and our freezer. I'll see what we already have that we can use this week in some different recipes. I'll come up with our meal plan and show you guys some of the dinners we're gonna have this week, and then we'll go ahead and make the rest of our list.
Down by the sea, of the water, the coming waves kiss my feet.
I just spent some time deep cleaning around our apartment. I'm washing our duvet cover and some blankets right now, and then I'm gonna wash our bath mat and just doing a little bit more than like my usual weekly maintenance clean, I guess you could call it. But we decided not to go to the food store today. We weren't really feeling it. So we're actually gonna go out and grab dinner tonight, which we don't do takeout very often. So it'll be a nice little treat. I am gonna get a Cobb salad with grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A. If you know, you know. So I'm very much looking forward to having that. But yeah, I think it's been a pretty relaxing afternoon. You guys really haven't missed very much. But I'm just gonna finish up with the last bit of cleaning, put some new sheets on our bed, and make sure everything is nice and fresh heading into tomorrow. We're gonna go to church in the morning per usual, do our grocery shopping, and I'm not really sure what else we have planned. I think I'm gonna go for a run. I meant to do that this morning, but my sunburn from yesterday is kind of preventing me from doing anything outside today. So that is the plan as of now. I have about 10 minutes left on the washing machine for the duvet. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that over, and then it'll probably be time to go grab dinner at that point. Happy Sunday, everyone. I realize this is the first time that I am talking to you today in this portion of the vlog, but I just wanted to go ahead and end things off. It is 7 o'clock on Sunday night. I tried to show you bits and pieces of our day today. It was just super relaxing. Church, grocery shopping, I went for a run, I just showered, we finished up dinner, and I'm gonna relax for the rest of the night and get ready for the work week ahead. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you all in my next video.